What's up, guys? I'm back. Are you guys ready for another adventure? There's a lot of things happening worldwide, as you guys already know, I'm sure. Many who's been paying attention. As I said, I was trying to. I don't know. It's weird how things seem to be changing in some ways. I mean, some of us see the changes. Some of us do not see the changes. Only those that really pay attention see there has been some changes. Uh, I know you guys probably heard me speak about Abraham, and there's a lot of connection once again to the Sumerian uh, past, the civilization. This is simply a guy who was born in the city of Ur in ancient Mesopotamia. Now, everybody who knows that scripture reference of Abraham being born in the city of Ur in ancient Mesopotamia, they know that that is actually truth. But I'm sure they would not tell you that these gods that Abraham worshipped at this time, either they were the same gods, because apparently it does seem like they are the same, only their names changed. It's almost like right now in the world, we're translating these Bibles from what? Either Latin or Greek, um, Aramaic, Hebrew, into the English language. And so, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just weird how everything's moving. But I just wanted to make some points here about Abraham, since Abraham is in the Bible. And, whether you guys believe that the Bible is based on a true story or not, that's completely up to you. I'm not here to make anybody look any less simply because they believe in something that I don't, or vice versa. So, anyways, we're going to say that Abraham, even his father was born in this. If you guys check that, you'll see that it says that eventually Abraham went to another city. We know his name at first was Abram, and it was changed later to Abraham, I guess, when he took that covenant with God, whoever God that was. The God Yahweh, whichever you believe. Many believe that Yahweh represented Enlil and only Enlil. Some say that it was four gods. The top four Sumerian gods, On at the time, Enki, Enlil, and Ninhursag. But over time things changed. Just like the flood story, like I try to give you guys, is that it's all the same thing, only translated into another language from another, pretty much another culture's perspective, if you will. Because remember that if we go back and start picking at how the gods were served back then, I'm talking about the mythological gods, right? For now, we gotta say that they're myth, that they don't exist. They're mere imagination of a Sumerian civilization. But yet they are the ones that told us that that's how we, them, got in here into existence. And the Apsu. Now, we all know what the Apsu is in Africa, considering that science proves that life started in Africa. So, don't you guys think that there's where you see the Abzu? All right. Now, this guy is known to be a major patriarch in three major religions. That'll be Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. They all acknowledge him. But what I want to get at is that he seems to be a Sumerian himself. Don't you think if somebody who was born in ancient Mesopotamia, they were in the country of Mesopotamia, that would make him a Sumerian? But that's not how it was passed down. He's I think, a descendant of Eber, so that's why they use the term Hebrew. And there is a difference between Hebrew and Jews. Now I know some people ain't gonna understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying in terms of the Bible, where you have two houses. There's two houses. There's a house of Judah, and then there's the house of Israel. It's like there's two different houses, and you can say they all worship the same God, which is Yahweh, the four Sumerian gods. That's up to you if you think that's real, or not. That's your choice. I'm not here to tell you believe what I'm saying. I'm just seeing there's a lot of connections between these stories and the biblical stories. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't understand why some people get bent out of shape when scholars themselves admit that if Abraham was a real person, right, he would definitely be a Sumerian technically, but because it's the language changed into Hebrew once again, that's why it changed. Because every culture had their own um, narrative, if you want to say that. Because eventually, when Babylon came into the scene as well, you notice that Marduk happened to be the top dog, the top god. Again, you can either think it's a myth or you can think it's some type of extraterrestrial, came to Earth and came to dominate some stuff and keeping everything divinely ordered. We don't know that. Some things could be crazy in life, but you got to always consider the many possibilities. You can't rule anything out. Got to look at all avenues, all possibilities. Because I know a lot of people are not used to people pointing out that, Abraham was born in the city of Ur from ancient Mesopotamia, once again. And I don't know, it's just weird how, if you got the same story as the flood that originally came from the Sumerians, what is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it's crazy how people have to admit, they have to accept that the Hebrew one is the before the Sumerian one, which it really wasn't. But that doesn't make it fake. It's real. That's all that it means, that it really happened at some point. Some people don't even think there really was a flood, but hey, everyone has their own opinion on the matter. Can't knock them for believing, in the opposite. But that's my view on that one. And also, I wanted to break down, and don't forget, you guys know that this is the line from where Jesus comes from, right? Later on, that will be who, like I told you before, it's Enki. I can break that down. I've already broken it down before. You don't have to believe that because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to make people believers. I'm just trying to show you my perspective, my point of view of the connections between these biblical characters and those of ancient Mesopotamia. That's all I'm saying. Once we can establish that there is a connection, that's when people can gain some understanding that the gods that we're told today, the gods, or God, singular, that tells you that someone made human beings. Now, once again, you can say that we just come from goo, and then we were apes, and then, by the splice of some extraterrestrial race, here we are, the human race. But I don't know about all that. I can't prove any of that. Because, of course, the only thing that we know is that there is no other life out there. But that's what they keep telling us. That's crazy how it's just weird like that. It's almost like when you watch the science fiction movies. And I think I told you guys before, isn't it interesting that now AI is the big ass thing now? And you see that it's always us versus AI in these movies, you know? Terminator, The Matrix. Um, there's quite a lot of other movies. You just got to find them. Movies with AI taking over, like the Terminator, obviously, like I just said, Skynet. Now, there has to be some type of dangers with these AI programs because eventually it may take on its own consciousness. It can. It's not. Hey, at least we got to look at all possibilities, even if it ain't true. And yeah, one last thing about these drone stuff situation. I personally believe that, and maybe I already said it, you guys, just probably didn't hear me say it, but I'll say it again. I think it's wrong that any type of private citizen, supposedly they're private, all right? And they're using these drones for research purposes. Wow, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what type of research are they doing and who are these people that are private citizens flying in our skies, doing things that, hey, I don't know if you guys saw this, the governors before Trump went into office, how they were saying they were using something from or extracting information and they knew it. Oh man, it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy, man. This world it's wilding. You see, it looks like everybody worldwide now is in competition because there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. But of course, we can't prove anything because we're on this side of the fence. We can only see what they allow us to see because that's just the way it is, right? The prime directive. But yeah, you guys gotta let me know what you think about this video that I made today. Do you think that Abraham was a real person? Do you believe he was not a real person? If so, why did the Hebrews um, pretty much borrow the stories from the Genesis inside the book of the Genesis in the Bible? It's true. I'm not saying that it's not true. It's true. I mean, you guys will see that it is. I've studied the Bible for like 7 years. I know it's weird that I'm saying that because it's just I feel that sometimes you read the Bible and maybe you didn't see something the other time because you were looking at this other part. But there was more to that. There's a lot of reasons why Jesus always spoke in parables to those who understand, to those who are paying attention. The star seeds, the whatever you want to call them. The prophets incarnated, whatever you want to call them. Angels from the skies. There's a lot of things, man. Everything's connected. But like I said, I can't prove it. I can't. Can't prove it. It just sounds nuts to the people who don't consider possibilities, like I said. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, what's going on in these skies, man, and worldwide. Because there's a lot of moves that are connected to the Bible as well. That's another reason why I brought this topic up today, because there's a lot of things going on. There's movements going on. So while I'm speaking here, you got these so-called, right, drones in the skies, researching, these private citizens flying around because they love to fly and research on people and extract information. And yeah, it's nuts, man, for real. All I can say, y'all, is keep an open mind. Hit me up in the comments. If you're new to this channel, subscribe. Like the video, please, to support the content. Thank you in advance. I'm out. See you until the next one.